I'm sorry. I got to take the plus 15.5 for the Saints.
Don't be surprised that the New England Patriots pull out a win against the Buffalo Bills.
Why they's gonna win this game? Easy. It's gonna be the Rams.
Must be nice.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's another episode of Dougie Sports Talk. We got Justy, we got Dougie. Dave should be here in a few minutes if he joins us today. So, what is Adam Schefter thinking? He has the Kansas City Chiefs as his number one power ranking team. What is Schefty thinking right now, Jimmy?
He's thinking what the Chiefs always do every year. Like, you somehow think they're gonna falter, and then out of nowhere, here they come rolling back to win the division, uh, or even be in the playoffs, and then they go on a run. Like, that's what he knows. He's been doing it for years.
I get that, but you got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You got the Detroit Lions that are good, Buffalo Bills that are good. You could even throw in the Pittsburgh Steelers there, who only have one loss on the year. So to throw Kansas City number one out of those teams who started 0-2, they played at the time a shitty Giants team. I don't see them as number one.
Here's the thing: they beat the Lions, so you could take them already off the board for them. They beat the Lions, but the Bills, they can't stop running for nothing. They have no defense. Take them out. Tampa is the same problem. They have a good front. Their corners are a little troublesome. So, especially if Mac Jones is putting up that big numbers against them, that means the corners aren't doing their job right. So
Yeah.
that's gonna be Tampa. Baker's playing out of his mind. Don't get me wrong, but it's gonna come down sooner or later. Especially Tampa's playing Detroit this Monday.
Yeah, I believe
That's
so. Monday Night Football.
yeah, that's gonna be a test for them, especially after Detroit lost. Expect Detroit to put points on the board.
You think it's going to be a blowout from Detroit's end?
It could if Detroit, ever since they lost to Green Bay, they've been on a powerhouse roll, and then they lost.
Yeah.
Then they lost to Kansas City, which pretty much the same team. Good defense, offense is looking decent. Same team. Tampa has a good offense, but they don't have their top receivers playing. Plus,
So doesn't that say that Baker Mayfield is carrying this team when he doesn't have his top four receivers?
yeah, the same thing what Josh Allen did last year. Same exact thing. Josh Allen has no receivers. He carried that team to win. So Baker's doing the same thing right now.
I get that, but I just don't see putting Kansas City at number one.
I
They're
wouldn't
three
put
and
him.
they're
I
three
wouldn't
and
put him.
three.
Yeah, but then you look at the rest of the schedule. They got to play the Raiders. They got to play Tennessee. They got a hard game coming up soon against the Colts and stuff, which that's going to be a test. But Colts haven't been tested at all yet. Maybe the Broncos, but
Yeah, I
that's
know they
it.
really haven't been like this. They're 5-1, but I don't feel like they've been playing a top dog.
Yeah, once they play Kansas City, Steelers, and the other team, that's a test. So that's why I wouldn't even put the Colts up there just yet because they haven't played anybody decently yet.
Yeah, everyone's throwing Daniel Jones in MVP conversation,
He's
and I think
having
he's
he's
having a
having
good year,
numbers.
but that's a ridiculous take because he hasn't really faced a top dog yet. He
Well,
hasn't faced a Steeler defense. He hasn't faced a top defense yet.
well, we'll see. That's going to be the thing. That's why I wouldn't throw even the Colts up there just yet and everything. I would maybe Kansas City could be five just because they're always going to be a sneaky good team. They underestimate and they come back and bite you in the ass. That's the problem.
So you're agreeing with Shefty.
I'm not agreeing that at number one. I think it could be in a five, but I'm not. I still would put Buffalo above them. I would put Detroit still above them. I think Detroit had a bad night. I think Kansas City just was underestimated. And Mahomes did Mahomes thing. Plus, there was plenty of penalties that went against Detroit that should never went against them. or even Kansas City. But what's going to happen? It's always in Kansas City. Kansas City's always going to get the calls.
All right, we have a caller. I don't know if this is a prank call or if this is an actual caller for the show.
Who is it?
It says Butler, New Jersey, 862356.
I'll find out.
All right, we should pick up and see what they say. Hello? Yeah, that's probably a scam
They,
call.
they want you.
So who would be your top 5 teams if you're saying the best teams in football? Because I'm going with the Buccaneers at 1.
I agree
I'm
with
going,
that.
Okay.
I'll agree with that.
We agree with that.
Mhm.
All right, I actually have my list right here.
Good.
And let's see if you agree or not with me. All right. All right, so this is my 1 through 5. Buccaneers are number 1. We agree?
Great.
Packers at number 2.
No.
No?
I'll put Detroit above them.
Okay.
You probably have Detroit 3, don't you?
Honestly, I put the Colts at 3 just because they're 5-1.
Yeah, but you're going off record. Like, I wouldn't go off record at all. Like you just said, they haven't put anybody tough. So why am I going to put them in the top 5 when I don't know what I'm getting from them?
And then I have the Niners at 4, and I have the Jaguars at 5.
Mm,
And then I got the Lions at 6, Steelers at 7.
no. Uh, 1 will be Detroit for me. 2, I mean, not 1. 1 would be Tampa. 2 would be Detroit. 3, I'm going to throw. Fine, give me a second. I want to say 3. I still want to put Buffalo in there because Buffalo is always that dangerous team. I don't care if they got blown out by the Falcons, whatever. They are still a consistent team, and it is need a little defensive help. Once they get that, they'll be settled. 4. hmm, 4, I'm going with Pittsburgh. 5, I'm going with the Patriots.
Oh, where's Dave when you need him?
Dave already knows. We had this discussion already.
Dave
Like,
knows. Ooh.
Dave, yeah, I put Pittsburgh at 4 just because they are blowing everyone's expectation out of the water. Rodgers is playing good, which you all doubt it. Rodgers is still playing consistent football, doing what he has to do, and he's looking good. He's looking like an MVP caliber player right now. And then with Patriots, they're a sticky good team. Plus, they have the easiest schedule you've ever known to manageable. They should have no problem walking into the
Yeah,
to the playoffs.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah, that's why I'll put them 5.
I think the Patriots could win that division.
I don't win
Buffalo.
a division. I don't win a division just
Well, they have the
because
tiebreaker.
they're the tiebreaker, but they gotta play them again. Which Buffalo, Buffalo's gonna get ready for that game. So we'll
Yeah,
see.
I just don't see Buffalo as being a dominant team. I still think this is their year or not to win the Super Bowl, but I just feel like they're not dominant. I don't feel like they're in the top 5 right now.
If I'm Buffalo at the trade deadline, I'm looking for another receiver, and I'm looking for a D tackle, maybe for like a Trey Henderson or something like that.
Yeah, I
Oh,
just Buffalo's like not that. You look at teams that like going into the year, like oh, Buffalo's going to steamroll through everybody. They could have the best record in football, go maybe win 12, 13, 14 games. I don't know. So far, 7 weeks in, they've been disappointing me.
and yeah, because if you look at the like against weaker teams, they're amazing. When you go teams with a better record, they're kind of like downhill, honestly.
Yeah.
Especially like Atlanta. Atlanta could be that sneaky good team I'm looking at in the NFC just because they have a good offense and a good defense. Defense
Mm-hmm.
is showing up now. And Bijan's on pace to break the record right now, but we'll see because they still have a tough schedule sooner or later coming ahead for them, especially in that division, especially at home minus the Saints. Carolina's playing good, Tampa's playing awesome, and they saw the Falcons are playing great.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, that division's close. Besides Tampa, 2-game lead.
yeah, Tampa's the only one that like is surprisingly going to be like that. They might win a division to be fair because they have a good offense.
Like if you look at these divisions, that's why I'm like I don't understand how the Chiefs are number one because they're 3-3. But if you look at the NFC North, you got the Lions at 4-2, you got the Vikings at 3-2, and the Bears at 3-2. NFC West, you got the 49ers, the Seahawks, and the Rams at 4-2.
Mm-hmm.
NFC East, you got the Eagles, you got the Commanders at 3-3. And where do they rank in his top 10?
He probably has them in like the 15 at least. I won't put him top 10. The way they've been falling apart slowly, and it's because of that defense.
Like we're going with what he's doing is he's going with the recency bias. What have you done for me the last 5 years? I'm not putting. I'm sorry, I'm not putting the Chiefs at number one. Not even top 10. When you have teams like the Chargers and Broncos ahead of them at 4-2, I'm sorry, Adam Schiff. I mean, I'm sorry, Adam Schefter. You're delusional.
Yeah, I mean the Broncos do have I think they have the best defense in the league right now. They have one of the best, I should say, one of the best. So when Kansas City does play them, I want that's a test to Kansas City and to the Broncos for each other. Because
Yeah,
The Chargers could, if they get healthy, because they're supposed to get healthy soon. Joel Olt's coming back soon, and so is Hampton. They're all coming back very, very soon. So we're gonna see how if they could definitely be better. If not, then it wouldn't surprise me if Kansas City rolled right back into the winning division, just because they all just falter.
yeah. All right, so tonight we got the Steelers taking on the Bengals. They call it the Uncle Bowl because you got two 40-year-old quarterbacks.
Or the icy hot.
Yeah, the icy hot bowl game, if you want to call it that. Obviously you're a Steelers fan, so we know where you stand tonight.
Yeah.
I feel like this could be a make or break game for them, honestly, just because it's going to show how they could perform in prime time. And it should be a steamroll because you don't have Burrow. That defense is inconsistent. They
Trey
should win
Anderson's not
this.
playing.
This game should be a win for them easily. And if they struggle, I feel like they're going to struggle down the stretch against the top teams like the Broncos, these teams with top defenses, the Rams.
Mhm.
I don't know. How do you feeling about the Steelers tonight? Is it going to be a cakewalk?
I, anytime in the North, I would never say a cakewalk. Like I still it might could be a close like Dave always says, and they're true to it. And we saw it last week with Steelers play the Browns. Either it's a blowout or it's a close game. So with the Steelers, I think they could stop that offense because you have Joe Flacco. It's not Joe Burrow throwing the ball, it's Joe Flacco throwing the ball. So and that offensive line isn't that great. So Herbick, Highsmith, Harmon, TJ Watt, Hayward is all going to get towards that quarterback sooner or later.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to be a lot of stress, especially if they got I think it was like 7 or 8 sacks against what's his name Gabriel from the Browns,
Yeah, Dylan Gabriel.
and that's a decent O line. It's decent. It's not the greatest, but it's decent compared to the Bengals offensive line.
Yeah, like
So
this should be I wouldn't say cakewalk just because you don't know where you're gonna get from Flacco. He could have a field day for all we know.
mhm.
But if you look at the game last year, I think it was what like 44-38, and
Yeah,
that was with Joe Burrow putting up points, and he's
yeah.
that team, he's that organization, he's that franchise. So I feel like this game they're gonna go into it thinking, oh, it's a win, but you can't think like that.
No, I don't think they're thinking like that because they're off. It's a short week, so they have to prepare very diligently. And also, like the Bengals are gonna do whatever they have to just to win the game. Like you never underestimate the underdog team just because they suck. It's like if let's just say if the Patriots went to the Jets and they played them, don't underestimate them because they could come back and whip your ass. Who knows? No, it's the truth though, 'cause it's like,
It's the truth, but we're talking about the Jets.
yeah, but who knows? Because you want if I remember years ago when Henry was on Tennessee and Tennessee was his top team and they went to play the Jets. The Jets steamrolled them because they underestimated them.
Yeah.
Can never underestimate your opponent. No matter if if they're having a shitty season, if anything, they're gonna play as hard as they can. And if you're playing soft, it's gonna show.
I get it here and there, but I don't know. I think the Steelers are the favorite, but I think it could be close.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I would take the Steelers money line, and I'll probably take the 5.5.
Yeah, I think you would go with the 5.5.
Yeah,
Bengals are on a 4-game losing streak. Steelers are on a 3-game winning streak. They sit at top of the division. And this just shows the difference between teams. Steelers have scored 119 points compared to the 107 they've given up. But if you look at the Bengals side of things, they scored 103, and they've given up 183. So that shows the big difference when you have Burrow and when you don't have Burrow, and when you have a defense like they do.
yeah. But the problem is, I told you this this year and everything, that like that defense is going to be worse than anything, and it's showing. Like they can't stop the pass, they can't stop the run. Like just look for, like, especially no Henderson's playing tonight at all, so that's going to be even worse. So that means especially the offensive line of the Steelers has been improving, especially last week when Brock Jones went against up Miles Garrett. Where's Miles
Mhm.
Garrett? He was nowhere to be found. He
Yeah.
was so we'll see. It's going to be a very interesting night, and you know we'll see.
All right, so I want to take a quick commercial break, and then when we come back, we're going to do Steiner's Corner. Is it going to be, serious, or is it going to be Jimmy's worst bet?
My worst bet. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I feel.
Hey, we were close. You can't win them all, but
I went with 50-50.
yeah, he did the 50-50.
Yeah, I'm usually good at those.
I'll be right back. What's great? Let's get back to the trip. You the one who went off on a tangent with kids.
The one that was taking videos and stuff, right? That was.
No, that was the neighbor.
It was like it was either him and Joey Diaz. You know, Joey.
Drops is the subject.
This is an idiot.
And that's one of the things God came to help.
But to go and like react from a fiscal standpoint and from a civil rights standpoint to close everything, I find it hard to get behind.
Democrats. Thanks to Democrats. Thanks to the Democrats, by the way.
Nancy Pelosi should not be 84 years old and still be sitting as the House Speaker.
Like an idiot.
I'm an idiot.
Actually, like, can get in there and, like, do things. Like Donald Trump Jr., like,
Puerto
honestly.
Rican. You're Latino.
I'm an American.
I would like Ivanka to run.
Yeah. Or Tulsi Gabbard. She's pretty.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back on Dougie's Sports Talk. It's time for our favorite segment. And Jimmy, what's it called?
Steiner's Corner, baby.
Steiner's Corner, triple play parlay. I think we'll still give our three. We'll still give our three picks parlay.
All we could do is maybe if me and you find a game that we both like, that would be like the game.
Yeah, that could be the game that we go with. All right,
Yeah.
so let me get the NFL schedule on the board. Well, I know the Steelers tonight is what, +5?
5.5, I believe it is. Yeah, I think it's 5.5, I believe.
A lot of good games this week.
The Monday game, I like those a lot better because they look so good. Like the Tampa and Detroit, and the maybe minus the Houston and Seattle, because I think Seattle might steamroll with them.
I think so too. All right, so Pittsburgh and Cincy. Pittsburgh is +4.5.
Oh, it's 4.5. They changed it. All right.
Yeah. Then you got the London game. L.A. Rams versus the Jaguars at +2.5. Saints at the Bears. Chicago is the favorite, 4.5. Dolphins, Browns, Cleveland. Looks like it's Cleveland. No, Cleveland's -2.5. Yeah, Cleveland's the favorite.
They're their favorite.
New England at Tennessee. New England 6.5. Vegas, Kansas City 12.5. Philly, Minnesota. Philly 1.5. Carolina and the Jets. Carolina 1.5. Giants, Denver. Denver 7.5. Colts, Chargers. Chargers 1.5. Washington, Dallas. Washington 1.5. Green Bay, Arizona. Green Bay 6.5. Atlanta, San Fran. San Fran 2.5. And then again, we got 2 Monday night games. Tampa, Detroit. Detroit 5.5. Houston, Seattle. Seattle 3.5.
And so the one I'm liking the best. I don't know why. You got San Fran against the Falcons, and you say, well, it's 2.5.
Yeah.
San Fran's the favorite.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm gonna stay with that game because that could be a trap game as well. Give me, you know what? I'm gonna take the 2.5.
A 2.5.
I'm gonna put it on the Browns winning that game against Miami.
Ooh.
I don't know why, because Miami's been sucking and sucking and sucking. But I could see. You know what? Wait. I'm losing my mind. Hold on.
No, that could go either way. I would not be surprised if they pull through, but I was just shocked that you went with it.
Well, no, because it doesn't really matter. That's a shit game anyway.
Yeah, that game could go either way. Tua's been awful. Dylan Gabriel has no experience, so it's like,
Yeah, but they also have Devon Achane. It's been really, really well. So I mean, I'll never doubt that man.
oh,
You
yeah,
know what?
your fantasy running back.
Of course, you have to. You know what? Give me Miami with 2.5. I'm gonna take Miami instead. I'm gonna switch it.
Oh,
I
all
like
right.
Miami. I like Miami with 2.5.
Ooh, Jimmy's got Miami.
I'm gonna go with Miami with 2.5 just because I feel like Gabriel's gonna have trouble again, and that defense of Miami might take charge. We'll see.
Ooh, that game could go either way.
Yeah, but I'm liking 2.5 Miami. Especially it's what? It's in Miami?
Cleveland.
Oh, I'm still liking Miami.
Ooh, there's so many good games this week. Honestly, you're looking at this, there's so many good games.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Honestly, just because I'm looking at Philly, I'm looking at Minnesota. That game, I think Minnesota could cover, but I don't know. Philly's been up and down. They just lost by 17 against the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Giants to cover against Denver, but that's going to be a hard one against that defense and in Denver.
Yeah, this isn't say. That's hard.
So you know what? I am going with this. We're talking Giants football,
Oh God.
but we're going to talk about the former quarterback. I'm going to go with the Colts at 1.5 against a Chargers team that, I don't know, they've been inconsistent playing at home. They lost. They lost by what against the Commanders by what 17 points. Colts.
Yeah.
Colts still have a lot to prove. So I think I have to go with the Colts at 1.5.
No, that's fair enough. That's fair enough.
I think that game could be close. I think it could be going down by the distance. It could be a field goal type of game. I like that. I like the Colts, and I do like that Miami pick.
Yeah. Now for the third one, I think if David's here, I think I know which one he'll go with. He'll go with the Patriots with the whatever the spread was.
6.5 against Tennessee.
I think he'll go 6.5 for Tennessee.
I think he would too.
I think he would. So just for Dave's sake, I'll go with the Patriots.
Yeah, I think that could be. I think that could go well. Yeah, 6.5.
Yeah.
They just fired their coach.
Yeah.
Quarterback's been inconsistent. Bad turnover at the end of the game. Yeah, I like that. Colts, Miami, and New England.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see that. I like that. I like that.
And then you could tell Dave later he put it in.
Yeah, so it's going to be Miami, Colts, and New England.
Yeah, but make sure you tell him it's spread, not money line.
Oh, yeah, the spread, the 3.5.
Mm-hmm.
The 6.5, 2.5, 1.5.
1.5.
So, yeah, I'm looking at this week, if there was a game to watch, what would you say is the Jimmy Drust game to watch? Because there's a lot of good matchups. I can't really pick a winner on any of them. I think this is going to be a fun week of football, Jimbo. What we got?
I mean, I'll just say the Monday night game. I won't even say any of the Sunday nights. Maybe the Broncos and Giants, just to see if Jackson Darts is the real deal, gets a good defense. That's what I would say. But I'm going to go towards the Monday night, with could be potential NFC title game. Is Tampa and the Lions.
Tampa and Detroit, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go with that game. That game is very interesting because they're both. I mean, Baker's having an amazing year so far, and Detroit is always Detroit. They're always a good team.
Yeah, because Detroit looked lost when they played Green Bay, and they bounced back.
Yeah, so I think that's gonna be probably
They
a
really
shootout.
bounced back.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a shootout. So here's hoping. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, my game to watch is going to be the Giants and the Broncos.
I figure that.
I'm going to my friend's house who's a Broncos fan, so you could tell we're gonna have a great time that game.
Yeah.
I want to see what Dart could do against this top Denver defense, because I think we were talking about it throughout the year, even before the season started, saying watch out for the Denver Broncos. I think they're still that threat to win that division.
Mm-hmm.
I think they have a good defense that could make them go on a postseason run, and they're going to want to get home field to go to the Super Bowl. I'm not saying they're going to get there, but if they really want to go on a run, they have to have home field.
Yeah.
But I feel like that defense can carry them. How is Cam Scatterbo going to match up against them? There's also rumors that the Giants are looking at trading for another receiver. So I like that game as my game to watch. But what I also want to see is how can the Chicago team continue their momentum against a bad Saints team who is looking to win games? The Bears played well last week. I think Caleb Williams is finding his stride with Ben Johnson as his head coach.
Mm-hmm.
They're 3-2. They're in last place, but they're still alive. That's how deep that division is. So for me, non-Giant fan, put that aside. If there's a game to watch, it's to see how the Chicago Bears can match up against the New Orleans Saints. Was last week a fluke, or are they for real?
Don't forget, it was the same score when they played. What was the team they played beforehand?
I think the Vegas Raiders.
Yeah, it was the Raiders. It was 25-24. It was the same game. So, like, interestingly enough, it's like, oh wow, like, we'll see. But I said this: the Bears could be a good team. I think didn't I have them in my the wild card? I think
You might have. I know you've been talking about them the last few years.
I know, and then they've been disappointing last year to me. This year, I'm seeing a different light because they're looking decent right now.
Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. Gonna be a good week.
Mhm.
Good teams, good matchups. It's just I still don't believe Adam Schefter.
No, we'll see. Because who knows if the Chiefs could somehow turn around the corner and win a division, and while the Denver and Chargers lose, it's still the only thing that has to happen is the Denver needs to beat them at least once, and the Chargers need to at least keep winning games. That's all.
Because if you just look at who they lost to, Chargers 27-21, Eagles 2017. They played a Giants team, and that was a bad game throughout the game. It was 6-6 till the third quarter. Then the Giants fell apart.
Yeah.
An injured Ravens team and Lamar Jackson did not play the entire game. 37-20. They lost to the Jaguars 31-28, and then they beat the Detroit Lions 30-17. So this is their test. If they're going to be the same old Chiefs, they got to play the Bills, Commanders, Broncos, Colts. You could say that's a test. They play the Chargers again and the Broncos again. They got the Titans, the Raiders, the Texans. Not a big threat. So I don't know. I just disagree with that.
Yeah, we'll see. But that's the thing now because they have an easy schedule. They're going to win those games.
I know, but
Could Denver somehow beat them? Can the Colts somehow beat them? Can the Chargers go in Arrowhead and beat them? That's the true question. Especially they have to get healthy at the right time, because that's it. It's the Colts, the two other teams, the Broncos and the Chiefs, Broncos and Chargers, and then it's one more team, and that's it. And the Bills. That's it. If they could say they lose all 4 games, they're already at 7 losses right there.
Yeah.
So we'll see, but it's gonna. That's why I don't disagree with Chef that much. I would not put him in 1, because I think if they win against Tampa, Tampa's gonna outscore them, I think. And if Detroit actually played better and it was in a different, like it was in Detroit, different atmosphere. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Oh, there's just so many teams with a better record than them.
Yeah,
Like,
but
I
what we
just-
always do, we always discount the Chiefs, and they somehow out of nowhere just become the Super Bowl contending team that they always are, and just get themselves into the Super Bowl. That's why I think he's not down in them.
I know he's not doubting them, but you look at players, you look at their record. Like people are saying Patrick Mahomes is the favorite to win MVP. There's quarterbacks with better numbers than him, better
Yeah, but
stats than him.
we're not even halfway through the season yet, and it's still early for me to even say. Once we get deep into the November, December games, that's when if it's like, all right, is Tampa actually this good? Is Kansas City still this good? Is all the other teams still good? That's when you have to really judge and see, like, oh wow, I can see Kansas City bouncing back. That's what I think Adam Schefter is seeing and everything. He's seeing once again the dog days. Who's the team that's going to be that dog?
Probably Kansas City.
Exactly.
But that's a recency bias. I wouldn't put a power ranking with them in it just yet as the number 1 team. I'm basically looking at it now. Who's the best team now?
It's Tampa.
It's Tampa.
Yeah.
I'm not putting Kansas City there. I just can't.
I mean, you can put Kansas City in the top 10, absolutely.
You can, but you think of teams that come to your mind, you're going to think about Tampa. You're going to think about Detroit. You're going to think about Indy. You're going to think about Pittsburgh. I don't know.
Only time's going to tell.
Yeah, we're in what, week 7, 10 weeks to go. Plenty of time, plenty of football left.
11 weeks.
I just refuse to believe it.
Oh, well. Adam Schefter, he's an analyst and everything, so he knows what he's seeing. So
He does. Hey, Jimmy, before we wrap up, give me one prediction for the week.
domination.
Domination?
Pittsburgh domination.
Oh, okay. I was in.
Come on, you know me.
I think it should happen, but
we'll see. I like to see domination happen, but we'll see. Thursday night's been a little freaky the last couple weeks.
yeah, everyone used to talk about Thursday Night Football is going to be a snooze fest, but Thursday Night Football has been good football.
Yeah, we'll see. But I like to see Pittsburgh win that game. I can see domination by the defense, but we'll see.
Yeah, for me, I want to see a Giants win. Jackson Dart, Cam Scatterbo. Go in Denver, shock the world again.
We'll see.
Big Cam, baby, big Cam.
Oh, good.
Well, what can I say?
Yeah.
All right. As always, this has been Dougie's Sports Talk. The Doug Serravo Show. Today's show was brought to you by unsolicited role models, the role models you may not want, but you may just need. Dougie's Sports Talk, presented by Serravo Broadcasting and the Doug Serravo Show, the home of hot takes, tough debates, and a few opinions that might just drive you crazy. Jimmy sure drives me crazy sometimes.
I want me to tell you.
Never trust the trust.
No, you can trust me. I've been right with certain things so far.
Certain, not always.
Most.
All right, Jimbo. I'm heading to the Devils home opener. Let's get the win. I know Markstrom's out for a few weeks, but let's go Devils, big guy.
Let's see what happens.
As always, time will tell.
Yep.